Hi guys, I'm back. So last time we had a look at how I made the circuit and why I changed the components and stuff. And right after I posted the video, I sort of did a measurement with my bit scope. And well, let's look at it right now. So let's have a quick look at the oscilloscope. I have a bit scope here, and I thought, why not try it? So I spin up the spin top. And we're going to have a look at the waveform. So you can see some oscillations in there, that's from the spin top. Whoop, careful. Alright, that's with the motor coil off. Well, it's sort of always on because there's a capacitor, but then again there's no power in there. So now I attach the battery. Let's see what it does. Whoops. Damn it. Well, you sort of could see some spikes around there. Let's try it once more. That's nice. So as you can see, that the scope shot doesn't only show that it has now a spike on both sides, but also we can see it sort of is an H shape. Now let's have a look at what I did to wind this coil. This coil is untwisted, and I figured that while winding that it can be longer. So the previous coil which was twisted was 22 meters or 21.5, something about that. And the untwisted coil, it's about 17 meters each, so that will be like 34 or about 35 meters, which, well, it approaches the 40 meters which we wanted in the beginning. So I'm very happy with this new result. And yeah, basically this video series was supposed to be, crystal clear and going straight for the prize, like the generator, and just make it and show how it's made. And eventually you start talking to these people on YouTube, and that's when it gets interesting. And so this video is going to be a little bit different, and we're going to have look at some fun stuff. So let's look at how this coil was wound. So first of all, we have this image of coil which has just one turn on it, and there's no such like description, or nobody's going to tell you how to do it. So we're winding this thing by filer, and these wires, they're in the end they're going to want to take the same area. So what do? Either you're going to just wrap it on top and leave there a piece of empty space there, or you're just gonna let one wire stick underneath and one wire on top, so that all the space is filled up. So this is what I done in the end. I wanted to get the most amount of meters on there, so I filled up all of the space. And you're gonna find out that it's not going to be the perfect ideal coil, because it's not machined, it's hand wound, and you're gonna run into some issues. But in the end, what matters in this case is that both the coils have exactly the same length of wire, so that they are equal. And then when it's done, you're looking at something like this, and this is where they are still taped together. Eventually I'll loosen them up. So yeah. So obviously we're going to test this coil right now on the circuit I made previously, and we can see the difference. But I want to try it on the Bedini sort of bicycle wheel, because you know, I got this YouTube comment and he says it's magnetic attractors or G money or whatever. He says like, did you try put your guitar pickup coil near the, you know, wheel spinning? And I said yes, I have a video about it. He also talks about a spectrograph. And I said, yeah, well, I don't have that yet, but what do you know? Why don't we make this kind of thing? And I think we can do it right now. So let's have a look. So we're back here at Motor Heaven, or like the museum, and here's that Bedini sort of thing. So let's pick it up from there and try the coils on it. So yeah, as you can see, basically we have the guitar, and the volume of the amp is max, or very loud, because the pickup is kind of weak. Doesn't matter. As you can see here, we have the coil ready and the sort of the Bedini wheel in order to trigger the coil. And I figured why not put these two coils on top of each other, because then the magnetic flux can go all the way to the bottom coil as well, and maybe we get some more trigger action. And I tried this, I saw the LED go on, and now for the first time we'll also have the guitar to listen to the waves. So here's me trying to get that pickup close to the coil in order to pick something up, and then we'll spin up the wheel. Let's go ahead and try it. So as you can see, this is still the twisted coil on the circuit. Yeah, let's just go and do this. What was that? Something fell. Hope it's nothing special required for this thing to run. Looks alright. So let's go a little bit faster. I can't hear much yet. What? As you can also hear, the magnets are sort of loose, so you get this clonkety sound, like you hear Tom Bearden say. Did you know, guys, by the way, Tom Bearden is dead, so now John Bedini and Tom Bearden are both gone. Man, this sucks. They were so cool. Let's keep going. Trying this guitar up there. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Well, if you ask me, the coil sounds like farts. Right. So let's even go one step further and make this sort of like amplitude versus frequency graph. And I might just have the perfect tool for it, because you know, guys, I also kind of make guitar pedals, and this is one of them. And you can find it at Geardown, or the website is geardown.nl. And this could be yours, you know. It's a very cool guitar pedal, and it basically takes the guitar signal and turns it into a freaking synthesizer. It has all sorts of options like recording MIDI and whatnot. But it also has an option to check out the frequency and amplitude graph. And so here's my version, it's the prototype. And we're gonna hook this up and check out the graph. So you're looking at the shelf of the 3D printer, and here's the pedal hooked up, and it's sort of connected via the USB port. And we open up this app. Yeah, and we connect to it. And then there's this sneaky factory settings page here, and it has a graph function. So now that pedal is hooked up, we should be able to see some frequency versus amplitude graph. So here I'm pulling the E string on the guitar, and you can see something happening right there. Wait, let's put it into burst mode. This is a little bit more accurate and faster. Yeah. So I'm trying to tune the sensitivity here. We should get some more. Yeah, definitely. Right. So what are we seeing here? Well, basically the frequency from the lowest guitar note to somewhere about half. I think that's the highest guitar note, and then the rest, you know. And the amplitude, well, yeah, that's depends on how you change the sensitivity. So there's just an indication. Alright, so now that we have this, we can spin up the wheel and have the guitar next to it, and let the coil do its work. So I'm going to find a way to station you here facing the computer. Wait, hold on. So yeah, ain't this ideal? I have this, we have this Amy Rose in the house, and you have Sonic in the background. Ain't it lovingly? So she's gonna hold you. Let's see, get a good view of the graph here. Yeah. And we'll go about putting the motor on. So as you could see in the right corner, we have a little evidence that there's a spike oscillation going on. And in the left bottom corner, we can see that there's a little movement there. And it's probably related to the magnets passing by at a low frequency. The graph doesn't pick up any much more than this, so this will have to do. So now you're wondering, what does the pedal sound like, right? So let's do a little short about that. So here's the pedal sound. Kind of hard to play like this, but then again, it's just gonna sound the way you want it to sound. There are many presets, cool stuff like Glock sound, or like muted guitar, like you didn't already have a guitar, right? So if you want to know more about this, go check out geardown.nl, and maybe you'll be owner of the pedal soon. Let's go back to the motor stuff. So here you are back again, looking at the Bedini wheel, and as you can see here now, we have the different coil, the untwisted coil hooked up, and let's go ahead and try it. So and we spin up the wheel and hold the coil close to the magnets. We'll see what happens. All right. So as you could see, the coil LED of the circuit, the LED of the circuit would go on, and so the coil would be energized. Then again, it didn't aid the rotation. I would expect something like that by now, because we're working with a coil of at least 35 or like 34 meters. Yeah, we should have seen some action now. And also the graph on the guitar pedal, it wasn't that much, and Yeah, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's for the coil. It's like the trigger coil is, hooked up the wrong way around or something like that. And for the guitar pedal measurement, we could do better. I guess we could like take another coil which isn't inside of the guitar, and then we can get a little bit closer to the coil which is energized and pick up some waves. And then we can have a look at the graph again, have a better view of it. So I guess we'll do this next time. And hopefully I'll figure out how to, get this motor coil to actually do some motoring action. So that's it for now. So thanks for watching. If you like it, like and subscribe. And obviously you can always leave a comment. If you have any questions or suggestions, just leave a message and I'll answer it. So thanks for watching. See you next time.